Yo, what's going on out there, Game of Thrones heads? This your boy Money, and I'm here to recap episode 3, season 8, and give you guys my opinion of what I thought about this episode. And I guess my opinion should be just like yours and just like everyone else. Blown away. Magnificent. Beautiful, beautiful episode. Loved every bit of it, yo. Every bit of it from the beginning till we seeing the red woman setting Dothraki's swords on fire, sending Dothraki's and Jorah, rushing to the Night Walkers, even with Ghost on their side. We was wondering what was gonna happen. I know everybody's suspense was up, and how it played out, it was just beautiful. I thought that we would have got like, some type of action with the Dothrakis and the White Walkers, but it was no competition. They went to the Night Walkers territory, not their territory where they was based at, and they got destroyed. Basically, let's just say that they got destroyed. It was no match to the White Walkers when the Dothrakis and Jorah rolled in. I didn't see Ghost come back. I'm praying Ghost is not dead or he's not a damn White Walker. I didn't see him through the rest of the show, but I'm quite sure he'll pop back up. Just seeing that, then seeing Danny, her being the queen she is, never the one to hold back anything, always been strong. Her jumping on the dragon as John tried to stop her, and she going through her thing by finding out who John really is. He's really a Targaryen, so her mind playing tricks on her, but it never stopped her, for being the queen she is to go out there and help. So she jumped on the dragon and John jumped on the other one. They went out there, helped in battle, killed as many White Walkers as they could, but it was just so many White Walkers they looked like they was doing any damage. You know, the Unsullys and Grey Worm was down on the ground doing their job. Brienne and the rest of the warriors, they was doing their job. Beautiful action, and as we seen, John and Danny was, you know, setting fire to the White Walkers. We see the Night King come out, man, with the other dragon. And, they paid attention to him, and that dragon scene was amazing. The dragons fighting each other, going back and forth. Um, I mean, it couldn't have been no better than that. Leading back to the White Walkers on the ground, fighting the Unsullys and Brienne now. And as we seen, they was getting the best of them. Grey Worm told them to, light the trenches. As they lit up the trenches, they was trying to light up the trenches, couldn't get it done. The Red Woman, she came, lit the trenches, as she did set the fire to the Dothraki's sword. So she played a big role in helping them beat the White Walkers, and I really like that because all through the other episodes, you was wondering like, man, she looked like she mean good, talking to the Lord of the Light, killing the little girl, has her dad was pissed off, but she came back and she redeemed herself. She redeemed herself, and I really can appreciate that. They made her come back and redeem herself. She sacrificed herself for the greater good. But just all throughout, we see Arya be the superhero that she really is. Came through, killed as many White Walkers as she could, being chased by the White Walkers. Clean, we knew he was afraid of fire, but he was doing his job until the fire really got big. And when they lit the trenches, had set fire around the whole Winterfell. So he ran away, and you seen in Clean's face that he wanted no parts of him when he seen the fire. So I'm like, don't tap out, Clean, man. You're too strong. They need you out here. Your sword is needed. You one of the best killers they got. He kind of gave up, and Bird kept trying to pull him back and tell him to keep fighting. But as he seen Arya getting chased by the White Walkers, he snapped out of it really quick. We seen Arya run inside the castle as the White Walkers chased her. Clean and Bird went in after Arya, and basically was willing to get a life for Arya. Berg ended up giving his life for Arya. Rest in peace to Berg. He was a great character throughout. We don't know if he gonna come back or not. He come back alive. When every time the Lord of the Light let him come back, so we don't really know if he's really gone. But Clean, I thought he was going to die, but he ended up living. But great action in the inside of the castle. Even when they had the White Walkers coming out the crypts and things like that. When Tyrion and Varys and them was down in the whole Sansa. And Lyanna, props to Lyanna, man. She was the little bitty girl, but she held her own, and she was a warrior, just like her mom. She was a warrior. She ended up killing the big giant, and that was a big deal right there, because that was a big ass giant. He would have done some damage. So she gave her life in battle for the North, like she always been tough. Did her thing. So rest in peace to Lyanna. She's another one we lost. But we seen Jon getting chased by the damn dragon. After he got knocked off his dragon and then he got knocked off of hers. So that was a great action. What else happened? Um, yeah, man, just beautiful, beautiful episode all the way through. And then we seen Arya, like I said, in the inside. She ended up in a room with Sir Devers and the Red Woman. She ended up getting her confidence. Not that she lacked any confidence, but something inside her popped to where she knew she had to do what she had to do, and she ran out. And basically, she was ready to kill the Night King, which we all thought Jon was gonna be the one to kill the Night King when we saw him chasing them down. And the Night King raised up all the dead. Like once they killed all those White Walkers, and plus the dead that the White Walkers killed, and you saw the Night King raise them all up. I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. Like, how long is it going to go? And shouts out to Game of Thrones for giving us an hour and 25 minutes because we really needed that, man. An hour wasn't enough. 6 episodes, they kind of shortened us. But, yeah, when the Night King, he raised the dead, it was like, shit, it's about to go on forever, So that stopped Jon from going towards the Night King. And the Night King is a gangster, man. Let's just put that out there. He's a gangster. The way he walked, the way he go about his business, you just got to say, man, he's the type that you got to say it's going to take somebody really, really bad to kill him. But, the Night King ended up making it to Bran, and we seen Theon there trying to protect Bran. I like how they let Theon redeem himself as well, just like the Red Woman. He told Bran he was sorry, came back, saved his sister, and he went out like a soldier. He died in Winterfell where he belonged, like Bran told him. But he tried to attack the Night King, which I thought was a stupid move. Tried to shoot a fucking a fiery arrow or something first, but the Night King ended up killing Theon. Rest in peace to Theon. And once he walked towards Bran, we thought that he was gonna get him. We thought that he was about to take out Bran, but Arya came out of nowhere. Jumped down, and the Night King grabbed the little ass around the throat. She looked at him, stabbed him with the with the dragon glass, ended up taking out the Night King, which eventually killed all the White Walkers, which I thought it was going to be something like that. I really thought Bran was going to go like back in time or something and make something happen, like once he touched them, or see the beginning, or seen how they was like how they was first created, how they showed in the earlier episodes, and it was going to be some type of key to taking them out. But Arya ended up doing that job, and Arya is my favorite fucking character in the entire Game of Thrones. So if she died, we're gonna have a problem, man. We're gonna have a major problem if they take out Arya Stark, yo. No more Starks better die in this fucking movie. I'm sorry, in this episode, in this series, whichever one it is. No more Starks better die. But yeah, shouts out to Arya, man. She saved the day. Even though we thought Jon was gonna be the one to save the day. We're gonna see what goes on now, man, with Dany and with Jon, since she found out who he really is. Then we got Cersei down, in King's Landing. She got her army. She's ready to go to war. With them being, shorter mans and fighting the White Walkers. Let's see how many people that's left on Dany's side. I'm quite sure she still got her dragons. So, let's just see how that plays out, man. But see how it goes with Sansa. Sansa says she's not going to bend a knee. So it's going to be a lot of, good things coming out in these few seasons we got left. What was that, 3 seasons we done watched? So we got 3 left. So shouts out to Game of Thrones, man. It's one of the best shows ever. One of the best shows ever. Like I say, man, they took out the White Walkers. Great battle in Winterfell. We lost Beric. We lost Theon. We lost Lyanna. And we lost Jorah. I didn't even talk about Jorah. Jorah ended up dying, trying to save Dany, man, and going to war. That was his whole purpose, the fight for Dany. Through the whole movie, you can just tell he was for Dany. He was in love with somebody that couldn't love him back, but he was willing to give his life for her on any given day. So shouts out to Jorah. He was a great character, but as y'all know, the Game of Thrones, you can't get attached to nobody. On any given day, your favorite character can drop dead or end up out the picture. So that's the great thing about this series. You never know, man. You never know. But like I was saying, now the war turns to the King's Landing and the North. It's going to be one hell of an episode. The next episode is Sunday. I can't wait. I wish it was tomorrow, but it's getting great, man. It's getting great, and greater, So let's just see what happened, man. Like I say, Arya better not die. Jon better not die. Sansa better not die. And I don't want Tyrion to die neither, That's my guy, too. Tyrion a little small. When he wanted to help out, he couldn't really do much because he was so short, and he felt like he could have did something, but we know Tyrion might would have been a White Walker if he'd have took his ass out there and tried to help out. So now he's going back to go against his sister. Let's see what happened there. So there's just so much going on in this Game of Thrones, man. If you're not into it or you don't like it, I advise you to change your mind. Start from season 1 all the way to season 8. And if you tell me you're not a fan of Game of Thrones, then you're just a hater. Point blank, period. You're just a hater. But shouts out to Game of Thrones, man. That's my recap. I know I didn't go all the way into details. It's a super, super great show. If you haven't seen it, check it out. This show should be seen by everyone in America and around the world. That's how great it is. You dig? So I'm waiting on the next episode, man. See y'all Sunday. I'll be back with another recap. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.